At the Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Montreal, Canada, session 1 of 3 is about to begin, so without further ado, let's get on with the action. Drivers on a flying lap right now are Fernando Alonso, Michael Schumacher, Kimi Raikkonen, Ralf Schumacher, Nick Heidfeld, Christian Albers, Scott Speed. Posts a new lap time. We're here at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Montreal, Canada. Session 1 of 3 is about to begin, so without further ado, let's get on with the action. Drivers on a flying lap right now are Nick Heidfeld, Takuma Sato, finishes his flying lap. He's done okay at all. Christian Albers sets a new qualifying lap time. Not bad, but not great. He'll be reasonably happy with that. Sato completes his flying lap. He's done what was expected, really. Nico Rosberg posts a new lap time. He'll be thrilled with that. It was a good lap. Jacques Villeneuve completes a fast lap. Hopefully he's pleased with that result. We'll continue in few moments with the second knockout session, where we'll decide grid positions 16 to 11. There are now 16. After this session finishes, we'll be down to just 10 for the shootout round. Let's reset the clocks and see who makes the cut. Jenson Button, Nico Rosberg, Rubens Barrichello, Ralf Schumacher, Nick Heidfeld, Vitantonio Liuzzi are all out on the circuit. Finishes his flying lap. Jenson Button completes his flying lap. He's done very well with that lap. Antonio Liuzzi completes a qualifying lap. He won't be very happy with that time at all. The car was all over the place. It's a new lap time. Rubens Barrichello completes his hot lap. He'll be thrilled with that. It was a fantastic lap, fastest in session 2. Jacques Villeneuve completes a fast lap. Hopefully he's happy with that lap time. Yuji Ide finishes his fast lap. We'll continue with session 3 of qualifying in a few moments. First there were 22, then there were 16. Now we're down to the final 10. After this session finishes, we'll know who's on pole and how the rest of the field line up behind them. Giancarlo Fisichella, Michael Schumacher, Nico Rosberg, Jarno Trulli, Rubens Barrichello are all out on hot laps as ice should be coming in thick and fast throughout the session. Yuji Ide finishes his fast lap. UGE Day finishes his fast lap. I'm fairly certain he'll be feeling some disappointment with that lap. Completes a fast lap. UGE Day finishes his fast lap. Completes a fast lap. Felipe Massa, Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, Giancarlo Fisichella, Jenson Button Rosberg are all out on hot laps as I speak. Results should be coming in thick and fast throughout the session. UGE Day finishes his fast lap. Completes a fast lap. He should be very pleased with that lap. Felipe Massa, Fernando Alonso, Juan Pablo Montoya are all out on hot laps as I speak. Results should be coming in thick and fast throughout the session. So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this. We've enjoyed it. Hope you have too. We'll see you tomorrow for race day. Goodbye.
This is the beautiful city of Montreal and the location of the Canadian Grand Prix. Yes indeed, it's race day in Montreal and we have a 112,000 sellout here at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. The track itself is a series of very similar sections with long straights, slow corners, zones. It's a circuit that requires stability under braking, low drag down the straight and good traction on the exit of the corners, and as always, grid position is critical. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good. and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. It's an impressive pole position for Jacques Villeneuve. It's a major achievement for him to be at the front of today's grid. Second on the grid is Felipe Massa. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Fernando Alonso. Row 3 and 5th place for Giancarlo Fisichella. Juan Pablo Button is 7th. Rosberg is 8th.
We have a cleared grid and the drivers are ready for the off. And the drivers set off on their formation lap.
Here we go. Just remember, you don't have 100% grip yet as the tyres aren't fully warmed up. Tyre blankets can only do so much. Scrubbing the tyres left and right across the track surface will put extra heat in them. This should give you slightly more grip when you're starting the race. Try to get heat in the tyres before the final bend too. This way, you should have some heat in them whilst you wait for the rest of the grid to assemble. Okay, we're looking for a rain being on the front row of the grid. You're in a great position to make it happen. Do not blow it on the first few laps though. Just try to maintain your position. Then aim for lap consistency, which should get quicker and quicker as the fuel load goes down. Make sure you finish this sector with the tyre temperatures nice and high. I noticed on the computer you've let them drop a little and that can easily affect your getaway from the lights. Checks show that all systems are nominal, everything's looking good. Good luck and enjoy the race.
Seems like an age for the drivers waiting for the lights to signal the start of the race. Go, go, go! Villeneuve gets a flying start. Rosberg, and as the drivers hurtle into the second corner, Villeneuve still out in front. Behind him is Massa. Next is Michael Schumacher. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Alonso third. Fourth, Michael She's lost a place from his starting position. Button is fifth. He's up from seventh. Montoya sixth. He's down from fifth. Barrichello is seventh. And Fisichella eighth.
Your best so far this session. Excellent lap time. That is the fastest lap of the race so far.
We're hearing of an incident at turn 6. One of the BMWs has taken out of the safety barrier. It's Villeneuve! Well, he's clearly going to have to retire from that incident. Only seconds to go before we're racing. You can really feel the tension. Go! Villeneuve gets a flying start, as does Massa. The field is tightly packed as they head towards the first corner. Villeneuve leads out of the first corner. Behind him is Massa. Next is Michael Schumacher.
Condition indicator is showing green tyres. They've heated up nicely now. Grip should be good.
With the first lap completed, the field Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. He's moved up from sixth. Montoya sixth. One place down from his grid position. Seventh, Bitfeld is in eighth place.
Just put in your best time through sector 2. You're doing well, you're blowing.
has picked up the pace. That's his best lap today. He's just raced a lap of 1:18.48. Villeneuve is posting slower times than that. He's getting lap 4 of this Grand Prix. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. Heidfeld is in 8th place.
Fastest lap time.
Was a considerable improvement for Felipe Massa, and the time was his quickest so far. He's just raced a lap of 1:18.46. Schumacher can't keep up. He's been recording laps in the high-end 1:18s, low 19s. At present, the gap between them is 2 seconds. We're on lap 6. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. Heidfeld is in 8th place. There's a good scrap shaping up for second place. I'm pretty sure Massa will have to stop in the next few laps. Michael Schumacher could really capitalise here.
He'll need a good stop, and I wouldn't be surprised if they short-filled him.
Great first sector. That's the fastest time you've set so far.
Michael Schumacher is quickest in sector 1. At present, the gap between them is 2 seconds. Michael Schumacher is breaking down this lead. The gap is now down to 1.8 seconds. Schumacher finishes the lap in fine style. He's closed in on his target by another 0.3 seconds.
The top 8 currently looks like this. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. We can see plenty of activity down in the Ferrari garage now.
Michael Schumacher is breaking down this lead. He's slowly closing in. The margin has shrunk by another 10. Massa is rising to the close. It's now or never. He extends his lead by 0.3 seconds.
Michael Schumacher pits.
That's 0.2 seconds faster through the third sector. Great time through sector 1, keep it going.
Michael Schumacher exits the pits.
That's 0.2 seconds faster through the second sector.
We can see plenty of activity down in the Ferrari garage now. Is in the pits.
I think that Michael Schumacher will pass him. It doesn't look like Massa has done enough to hold on.
Lap 10. Villeneuve leads. Alonso is second. That's a gain of 1 place. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Button is fourth.
Get ready for your stop on the next lap.
Massa exits his box.
Massa has done it. He rejoins with his trailing. It's a shame that Schumacher didn't make more of that opportunity.
That's a better time for Button and an improvement on his previous fastest lap. He's just raced a lap of 1:18.98. Because that, he's been lapping at the high end of 1:19, low 1:20s.
Going for your stop at the end of this lap. Your stop is at the end of this lap.
Final point is starting to intensify. Coulthard is due in for his stop in the next few laps. Trulli has an opportunity here.
We believe he's got more fuel left than Coulthard. If he can hold on to his position for now, he'll be able to pass when Coulthard has to pit. He should be a little quicker without so much fuel in his tank. If he can keep going for a few more laps, he should get past. That's assuming he can get a few more laps out of it, of course. Coulthard beats his opponent in sector 2.5 seconds.
While your tyres are blue, don't go crazy. Wait till they're green and you have optimum traction.
A third of the way into this Grand Prix, Montoya is first, Villeneuve is second.
That's another great sector by Coulthard. He's managed to extend his lead by another 0.2 of a second.
The Red Bull mechanics are out in the pit lane.
Truly responds by going faster through the previous sector. The split has shortened to just 1.3 seconds. Coulthard has actually increased his lead through the previous sector. He increases his lead by 0.3 of a second.
Coulthard enters the pits.
According to the car condition indicator, your tyres have reached a good heat and grip level should be pretty good.
From the pits. The mechanics are out in the Toyota pits.
Hold this position, you're in first place, good work.
Truly completes a good second sector. The gap has widened to around 19 seconds.
Trulli drives into the pits.
Coulthard will slip past his rival whilst he's in the pit lane. It's hard to see Trulli leaving the pits before he's overtaken.
Here's the current top 8. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. He's up from fourth. Fourth is Alonso. That's a gain of 1 place. Fisichella fifth. Trulli completes his stop.
Trulli comes flying out of the pit lane. He's about to rejoin the race. He just hasn't quite managed it this time. If he wants to get past Coulthard, he'll have to overtake him on the circuit.
The top 8 are as follows. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth.
Time, faster the race so far.
Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth. Villeneuve is definitely punching above his weight here. He's just raced a lap of 1:18.58. That's a fair bit faster than Alonso. The gap now stands at 1.3 seconds. At the halfway mark, Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso, fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth. Villeneuve is definitely punching above his weight here. He's just raced a lap of 1:18.58. He started to pull away from Alonso. The gap has stretched to 1.1 seconds.
second faster through sector 3.
The top 8 currently looks like this. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second, Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. And Barrichello is in eighth. The best battle on the track at the moment is the fight for fourth place. Alonso must be due to pit within the next few laps. There's a real possibility for Fisichella here.
We're expecting Alonso to pit first, as he was first in last time. Of course, we don't know exactly how much fuel they put in each car during the last round of pit stops, and he's going to have to push fairly hard. That's a promising middle sector for Alonso. The gap is 2.2 seconds.
See the mechanics preparing from our commentary box window.
Fisichella's not going to take it lying down. He's starting to push on now. The gap has decreased to 1.7 seconds. Alonso looks like he's starting to respond. He's opened up the gap by another 0.2 of a second.
Alonso pits. There's now just 15 laps to go. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Fisichella. That's a gain of 1 place. Montoya fifth. Jensen Button in sixth.
Next lap you're scheduled to stop. Reminder to stop next lap.
Alonso leaves the pits. We can see the mechanics preparing from our commentary box window.
Fisichella completes a good second sector. The gap has widened to around 19 seconds.
Fisichella comes into the pits.
Alonso has a good chance of gaining. Fisichella is looking right down the barrel here.
Your stop is the end of this lap. Stop at the end of this lap.
There goes Alonso flying past our commentary position. Fisichella is away.
Fisichella is back on track now, getting himself back up to racing speed. But Alonso has won that battle and maintained his position.
The battle for the lead is hotting up. I'm pretty sure Massa will have to stop in the next few laps. Michael Schumacher could really capitalise here.
Seems like he'll be in first. There's a chance if he gets excellent in and out laps and a decent pit stop. Most likely they'll short fill him.
Take it easy out there until the tyres are shown as green on the indicator. Whilst they're blue, you'll have less traction.
We can see plenty of activity down in the Ferrari garage now.
Massa starts the lap well and is fastest for sector 1. He's managed to extend his lead by another 0.2 of a second. Massa is responding magnificently here. Once more, he's quicker than his opponent. The gap now stands at 1.8 seconds.
Michael Schumacher pits. Let's see who the top 8 drivers are. Massa is first. Second. He's up from third. Michael Schumacher third. Michael Schumacher exits the pits.
The car condition indicator is showing green tyres. They've heated up nicely now. Grip should be good.
We can see plenty of activity down in the Ferrari garage now. Massa is in the pits.
I think that Michael Schumacher will pass him. It doesn't look like Massa has done it.
You're leading the pack.
Massa exits his box.
Massa has done it. He rejoins with his opponent still trailing. It's a shame that Schumacher didn't make more of that opportunity.
It's the current top 8. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. He's moved up from 8th. Heidfeld is in 8th place. He's down from 7th. Villeneuve is going for it. He 118.35, considerably faster than Felipe Massa. His lap times are coming in around the mid 139 mark.
You just beat your best time through sector 3. We're almost home, just 10 laps remaining.
Villeneuve is definitely punching above his weight here. The lap previous was 1:17.73. It's quite a considerable lead he now has over Massa. The gap is out to 6.3 seconds. 1:18.96. His lead over Massa has grown considerably. The gap is out to 7.1 seconds now. The top 8 are as follows. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher, fourth is Alonso. Fisichella, fifth. Montoya, sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth. We head into the closing stages of this Grand Prix. Villeneuve leads. Massa is second. Michael Schumacher third. Fourth is Alonso. Fisichella fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth. Looks like turn 7. One of the BMWs has taken a bite out of the safety barrier. It's Villeneuve! Incredibly, there doesn't look to be any damage. And with that incident over, it's unlucky. Alonso is on a charge now. He's just raced a lap of 1:18.78. That's quicker than Fisichella. He's been lapping at the high end of 1:19, low 1:20s. Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Massa is first. Michael Schumacher is in second. Alonso third. Fourth is Fisichella. Montoya fifth. Jenson Button in sixth. Barrichello is seventh. Heidfeld is in eighth place. Montoya is really going for it. Of 118.96. A bit slower than that. He's been lapping at the high end of 119, low 120s. Montoya is piling the pressure on with some excellent driving. That lap was 119.16. He's pulling further away from Button now. The gap is up over the 10-second mark now. Actually, it's closer to 11 seconds. After 32 laps, Massa is first, Michael Schumacher is in second, Alonso third, fourth is Fisichella, Montoya fifth, Jenson Button in sixth, Barrichello is seventh, Heidfeld is in eighth place.
There is still a gap as we watch the final laps of this Grand Prix play out, but Barrichello has been grand. He might just catch him. Right now, Button is under some pressure. The gap is now 1.2 seconds.
As we head into the final few laps, Massa is first, Michael Schumacher is in second, Alonso third, fourth is Fisichella, Montoya fifth, Jenson Button in sixth.
Button performed well through the end part of the lap. The gap has now grown to 1.8 seconds. Barrichello was able to reduce the gap that time. He's reduced the gap by another tenth of a second. Button must have got a message through from his team to push. The gap is now out to just under 2 seconds.
The top 8 currently looks like this. Massa is first, Michael Schumacher is in second, Alonso third, fourth is Fisichella, Montoya fifth, Jenson Button in sixth, Barrichello is seventh, Heidfeld is in eighth place.
Barrichello was able to reduce the gap that time. The gap now stands at 1.8 seconds. Barrichello certainly looks to have the better of his opponent at the moment. The gap is now down to 1.5 seconds. must have got a message through from his team to push. He's extended the gap by another tenth of a second.
With only one lap to go, the current top 8 looks like this. Massa is first, Michael Schumacher is in second, Alonso third, fourth is Fisichella, Montoya fifth, Jenson Button in sixth, Barrichello is seventh.
Barrichello was able to reduce the gap that time. He's slowly closing in. The margin has shrunk by another 10. As the race comes to a close and we enter the final lap of this Grand Prix, Barrichello has almost caught the next car. There is still the chance of some action here today. Got a message through from his team to push. He's extended the gap by another tenth of a second. Button is starting to look more comfortable now. At present, the gap between them is 2 seconds. We're halfway through the season and it's been a fantastic Canadian Grand Prix here in Montreal. The Canadian fans' enthusiasm for the sport never fails to impress me, and we've had a wonderful time here. Next up, we'll be hopping South America and we'll be visiting the legendary Brickyard, home of the United States Grand Prix. In 2005, the fans were left disappointed by witnessing only a 6-car race. As you'll no doubt remember, this was due to a technical tyre issue in the superfast turn 13. This year, everyone has worked flat out to make sure that nothing like that happens again. I'm looking forward to seeing a full race 1 week from now, and I hope you'll join us. Goodbye from Montreal, and we'll see you soon.